Retirement, the biggest lie you've ever been told. You've been dreaming about this for years, the moment you finally step away from the 9 to 5 grind, the stress, the deadlines. You picture yourself waking up with no alarm, sipping coffee on the porch, maybe traveling, finally doing all the things you never had time for. Sounds perfect, right? Wrong. This is the most dangerous myth society has fed you. The idea that retirement is the golden era of life, relaxing, fulfilling, easy. It's not. For millions of people, retirement isn't the beginning of a new chapter. It's the beginning of the end. I know because I fell for it too. At 65, I did what I thought was the smartest move of my life. I retired. No more office politics, no more early meetings, no more daily grind. I was free. Or at least, that's what I believed. Nobody warned me that this so-called freedom could destroy me. The first retirement killer, losing purpose. You wake up one day and there's no reason to get out of bed. No deadlines, no responsibilities, no one depending on you. At first, it's amazing. A few weeks in, you feel like you're on vacation. You sleep in, take long walks, binge watch TV, and maybe even enjoy a few afternoon drinks. But then, it hits you. The calls from your former coworkers stop coming. The people you spent years with have moved on. They still have a purpose. You don't. And that realization, it's like a wrecking ball to the gut. Studies show that over 30% of retirees fall into depression. How many admit it? Almost none. I thought I was just taking it easy, but then I started noticing things. My mind felt sluggish. I was forgetting small things. I lost interest in hobbies I used to love. It was like my brain was shutting down. Then I heard about Jack. Jack was a brilliant engineer, 67 years old, great career, family, house, everything a person could want. He retired thinking he'd finally get to enjoy life. 1 year later, he sat down in his favorite chair and never got up. No illness, no injury. He just stopped seeing the point of living. Think that won't happen to you? Think again. How to avoid this death trap. You don't have to become another statistic. Here's what you must do. Set new goals. Retirement doesn't mean quitting life. Find something that keeps you engaged, volunteering, consulting, even starting a small business. You need something to chase. Stay social. If you don't have close friends, make new ones. Join a club, start going to the gym, write a blog. Anything that keeps you connected. Loneliness is as deadly as serious illness. Keep your brain sharp. Learn new things, do puzzles, read complex books. Your mind is like a muscle. Stop using it and it will shrink. And if you think this is the worst part of retirement, you have no idea what's coming next. The day your body betrays you. One morning, you wake up and something feels off. Yesterday, you felt fine. Today, not so much. It's not just stiffness. Not just being a little tired. No, something deeper. You stand up and your knees feel weaker. Your back aches in a way it never did before. Maybe your hands shake just a little. Maybe your balance is off. And that's when reality hits. Your body is changing, and not for the better. The silent killer of retirement. You think health problems come gradually? Like some kind of slow-moving storm you can see from miles away? No, your body holds the line for as long as it can, until one day it collapses like a house of cards. Yesterday, you could jog across the street. Today, climbing the stairs leaves you out of breath. Yesterday, your hands were steady. Today, you struggled to grip a coffee cup. Yesterday, you had no problem remembering where you left your keys. Today, you walk into a room and completely forget why you're there. Why does this happen? Because the day you retire, you unknowingly send a message to your body. I'm done. Your metabolism slows down. Your muscles shrink. Your bones weaken. Your brain starts to slip. The brutal truth in numbers. These aren't just scary stories. The numbers prove it. Within 5 years of retirement, the average person loses up to 30% of their muscle mass. 1 in 3 retirees over 65 suffers a major injury that leaves them dependent on others. After 70, your risk of cognitive decline jumps 500%, and you think you still have time to worry about it later? That's exactly what I thought. The wake-up call. A year after I retired, I went in for a routine checkup. The doctor looked at my test results and gave me a reality check I'll never forget. If you don't start changing things now, in 10 years, you won't be walking. You'll be watching life from a bed. That hit me like a truck. I always thought aging was something that just happened. Turns out, it's something you accelerate or slow down by the way you live, what you must do now. Here's how you fight back before it's too late. Move every single day. 10,000 steps, that's not a challenge. That's the bare minimum. If you're not walking, stretching, or lifting light weights daily, you're fast-tracking yourself to immobility. Watch what you eat. Sugar, junk food, processed garbage. It's not just about weight. It wrecks your metabolism, inflames your joints, and speeds up cognitive decline. Get checked. Every year, blood tests, heart scans, bone density checks. No more "I feel fine" excuses. The problems you don't see are the ones that end up costing you the most. You think this is enough? Think again. There's another danger you're completely ignoring. And this one, it will drain you dry until there's nothing left. Your retirement savings won't save you. Here's why you've worked hard for decades, saved up, and now you're finally ready to enjoy retirement. You check your bank account, look at your 401k, and think, I've got enough. I'll be fine. But here's the cold, hard truth. Most retirees run out of money way sooner than they expect. How soon? For some, it's 5 years. Others last 10. But the idea that your savings alone will carry you comfortably through retirement? It's a dangerous illusion. The third retirement killer, financial collapse. Let me tell you about Tom. Tom did everything right. He worked, saved, and retired at 65 with $500,000 in his retirement fund. That's $500,000. Most people would call that a success. 8 years later, he was broke. How? Because he didn't see it coming, and neither do most retirees. Tom wasn't reckless. He didn't spend extravagantly. He wasn't traveling the world or living a life of luxury, but the hidden costs of retirement, they ate through his savings like wildfire. And here's why. The 3 financial traps that drain retirees and dry. 1. Inflation, the slow, silent thief. Think prices are going to stay the same for the next 20 years? Not a chance. Gas, food, housing, healthcare, everything gets more expensive. But your savings, they don't grow on their own. That $500,000 that seemed like a fortune, it won't buy you the same lifestyle in 10, 15, or 20 years. If you don't plan for inflation, your money will shrink while your expenses skyrocket. 2. Medical costs. One emergency can destroy everything. Even if you've been healthy your whole life, that can change in an instant. One trip to the hospital, thousands of dollars. A major procedure or long-term medication, tens of thousands. Assisted living or in-home care, even worse. And no, insurance won't cover everything. A single unexpected health crisis can wipe out years of savings overnight. 3. Outliving your money, a financial nightmare. Retirement used to mean 10, 15 years of rest. Now, many retirees are living into their 90s. That's great, if you can afford it. Imagine waking up at 85, realizing your money is gone, and you have no way to earn more. What do you do then? This is why so many retirees end up moving in with their kids, whether they want to or not, downsizing drastically just to survive, relying on government programs that barely cover the basics. What you must do now to protect yourself. Retirement isn't about coasting. If you don't take control of your finances, your future won't look like the dream you imagined. Here's what you must do. 1. Find an extra source of income, even in retirement. You don't have to work full-time, but you need cash flow. Invest wisely. Find stable, low-risk investments that generate passive income. Consider part-time work. Freelancing, consulting, or a side hustle can make a huge difference. Turn assets into income. Renting out a property, monetizing a skill, whatever keeps the money coming in. 2. Cut unnecessary spending. Every dollar counts. Take a hard look at your expenses. Do you really need premium everything? How many subscriptions are draining your account every month? Could you downsize before it becomes a necessity? The money you save today will be the money that keeps you independent later. 3. Build a real financial plan, because hope is not a strategy. If you don't have a long-term strategy, you're gambling with your future. Get professional advice. Plan for how long your money actually needs to last, the impact of inflation on your savings, unexpected medical expenses, and even if you have money, the worst danger is still coming. Even if your finances are in order, there's one more mistake that could ruin everything. And this one, it's the most terrifying of all. The loneliness trap, and why it's the most dangerous one. Yet you spent your whole life taking care of your family. You worked hard, made sacrifices, put your kids first. You imagined that when the time came, they'd do the same for you, that they'd visit, call, check in, that your grandkids would want to spend time with you. But here's the truth most people don't want to face. Life moves on, with or without you. Your kids, they're busy. Your grandkids, they're growing up fast. Your friends, many of them are no longer around. And one day you wake up, look around, and realize you're completely alone. The final retirement killer, isolation. Loneliness isn't just sad, it's deadly. Think it won't happen to you? Let's talk about the numbers. 40% of retirees experience serious social isolation. 1 in 5 elderly people passes away alone, and no one notices for weeks. Depression in seniors is just as dangerous as a heart condition. Let that sink in. Now, imagine this. An elderly man, let's call him Robert, lives alone. He retired thinking he'd finally enjoy life, spend time with family, maybe take up a new hobby. But as the years passed, things changed. His kids got busier. His friends started disappearing. One day, he sat down in his favorite chair and never got up. No one called, no one checked in. 3 weeks later, his neighbors noticed the mail piling up. That's how they found him. Think that's an exaggeration? It happens more than you think. Loneliness isn't just emotional, it's physical. Studies show that isolation increases your risk of dementia, weakens your immune system, and shortens your lifespan. So if you think sitting at home and taking it easy is harmless, think again. How to fight back before it's too late. 1. Don't let connections fade. Stay engaged. Waiting for your family to call? Stop waiting. Pick up the phone. Make the effort. Schedule regular visits. Don't just hope people will check in. Make it a routine. Reconnect with old friends. If you lost touch with someone, reach out. Chances are they need connection just as much as you do. Join a community. Whether it's a local club, a gym, or even an online group, find your people. 2. Get out of the house every single day. Isolation starts when you stop leaving your home. Go for walks. Even a simple trip to the park can make a difference. Try new hobbies. Painting, music, gardening, anything that keeps your mind and body active. Attend events, local gatherings, book clubs, volunteer opportunities. There's always something happening. 3. Speak up about your feelings. Loneliness thrives in silence. If you feel isolated, say something. Talk to your family. Let them know what's going on. Find a support group. There are thousands of people feeling exactly the same way you do. Consider therapy. Yes, really. Talking to a professional can help you find ways to break out of the cycle. You have a choice, but you need to make it now. This isn't something you can fix later. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. Because here's the brutal truth. Retirement isn't dangerous because of money or health, or even aging itself. It's dangerous because most people don't realize how quickly life can shrink until it's too late.